Today we're going to assemble the Sandusky folding shopping cart. It's an FSC4021 110-pound capacity. First we're going to take the parts list, and we want to make sure all our parts are here. It explains to you how many of each item you're supposed to have, and once you got all them and you count them up, then we can get started. We're going to do the large wheel assembly first. You take your large axle and you assemble it with the wheel. I've already saved time to put one together, and I will do the other one for you, but just to show you, it's the locking pin, then a washer, a spring, another washer, a large wheel, another washer, the cap, and the cotter pin. It's very simple. To do that, the first thing you do is you get your locking pin. It's a very simple locking pin. And you line up the hole of the axle. And you just put that in and push down, and it locks in. Now your axle is in place. Next you would get your large washer, a large spring, another large washer. You take your wheel, it's got two sides, one's a smooth side, one's an indented side. Take the indented side and you put it in, and you kind of reach in there, and it's all spring loaded. So you want to give yourself some room to finish the assembly. Take another large washer, and then you take, while squeezing, you take your cap, line it up to the hole, get your cotter pin, line up the two holes, insert the cotter pin, then you would go on the bottom there and bend the wire of the cotter pin back to lock in the wheels. Then we do the small wheel assembly. First I'm going to open it, because we need to. This assembly is important because you need to assemble it basically before you put in the axle. It's very simple. I'll explain it. You put a small washer, a small spring, another small washer. You put the wheel on, put another small washer. Then you do the same thing to the other side. When you pick it up, you kind of squeeze that spring together. And we're going to come around and we're going to insert it into the wheel assembly. Once that's in, it should hold there until you're ready to, we need to lock in the pins now. Now you take another locking pin, and you've got a hole in the, and you just want to insert that locking pin and lock it in. Then you take another locking pin on this side, put it in there, and lock it in. And that's the assembly for the wheels. And we got our black finishing buttons you put in there to keep all the dust and dirt out. Snap that in, and you're done. You take your red liner and you put it into the bag, put the bag into the unit, tighten it up, and you got yourself a 110-pound capacity shopping cart. Keep in mind you have a registration card. Fill it, go online, fill it out. If you have any problems, let us know, and someone will call you and take care of the problem. And thank you very much for buying our product.